Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are going to jump right into mug 4 onto Ariana's Sweet Face and Limbs today. We are in the Americano series, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And at this point, I do strongly encourage you to watch the very first video of this series so that you can eventually join us here so that you will be on track. We are painting Ariana by Reva Schick, 28-inch toddler kit. Oh, this is what we'll need for today. We are going to need for mug 4, this color right here in the Americano series. If you guys aren't familiar with Americano coffee, it's basically like espresso and hot water. So the end result is to be a rich, dark brown color. So the color that we are going to use to create that is burnt umber, ultramarine blue, and carbon black. That's what I have, but I strongly encourage you to use Mars black. Mars black is definitely more opaque, so if you have that one, you would use Mars black. Now, if you are working with another type of paint, like for instance, instead of the burnt umber, if you have Irresistibles Dark Brown, you won't necessarily need the blue. I use the blue to neutralize the orange tones that are in the burnt umber. So that's why I have this. Otherwise, you would just use like your dark brown, if it were Irresistibles Dark Brown, and the black to get the color that we want to achieve right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to break down the brushes that we need, which would be, this could be considered a shading brush or wash brush, a detail brush, a mop brush for the creases, and then a smaller shading brush. We'll also need some cosmetic wedges, paper towel, thinning medium, clear jar bowl, and of course, Gamsol. So let's go right ahead and begin taking our paints out. All right, so we understand that our base should be a dark brown. So we are going to take out a good amount of this burnt umber and put that on the side wall here. Trying to get it off of my knife, but my knife has a little bend in it at the very tip that I have tried to work out and it will not come off, and I refuse to buy another one because hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Or in my case, don't replace it. And so to neutralize that orange tone that's within the burnt umber, I'm going to get some blue because blue is opposite orange on the color wheel. And I got just a good amount because what this blue is going to do is not only neutralize that orange, it's also going to deepen and darken that burnt umber. So I got this amount of blue. And then wipe my knife off here. And then of course, black. Now black, you want to be so careful because this black could overpower everything that we have put onto our sidewall and it could just become black paint, but we don't want that. So we're going to put a speck of black on the side. Wipe off our palette knife. And then let's begin to work out the paint. Working out any clumps, any bit of pigment that we may find. As you can see, that orange base behind that burnt umber. Taking the blue and the black, just mixing it really, really well until we get the color we want. And remember, we always want to start out with less because we can always add more if we need it. And we just want that rich Americano appearance. So if that's the case, we know we want a very rich dark brown color to be our final layer. And in looking at it, I would say that we've worked out that orange tone that was in the burnt umber. However, do we have enough? Do you think we have enough? So no. So let's go ahead and continue adding some paint, more pigment to this, which I'll just do again, some more of the burnt umber, the blue, and the black, and then I'll add in double the amount of thinning medium and a few splashes of Gamsol. So if you want to go ahead and jump in and do that. Okay, I think we're all good and adjusted now. So So I wanted to make sure that this was the dark color that I was hoping to achieve, and it is beautiful. So many, many layers of this. Okay, and we can begin. Going in the very inner corner of the eye, the outer part here, over the eyelid, and into those creases. I'll do the entire right side of the face, and we'll pounce that. And just take a look at it in comparison to the left side. And really focus on the crease at the lips, the outer part of the mouth, see that gradient that we're building right here? The dark to the light. Okay, so let's take our handy dandy mop brush and get into all of those areas, and then taking a tighter mop brush to get into the creases, and then dabbing. Okay. I got new wedges out and ended up getting paint on it anyway. Oh, I swear. The life of an artiste. Okay. Let's drag this out so we don't have any harsh lines. And then we'll see the difference between the two? See how that's deepening up already on the right side in comparison to the left side? So imagine 8 layers of this. And the little tip that I told you guys about, find my pen here, in the previous installment, we're going to write, let's go write 4 over here. That means we're on mug 4, and this is the first layer. This helps me to keep up with how many layers I'm in on the kit. All right, so we'll go to the left side. Okay, so I am going to continue to work on this. I'm going to do the head, and I'll do, remember, an arm and a leg. And sounds like I'm ordering chicken. I'm gonna do, I guess you wouldn't say arm. Oh, I'm so silly. And then I'll go pop that into the oven, take a look at it. But right now we're gonna work towards 8 to 10 layers of this color. So continue applying your layers. Look how deep that is becoming. I'm loving it. All right, let's keep going. Hey, so I'm just jumping back in really quickly to show you what a few layers will look like of mug 4 after you have applied it. So we have applied about 4 layers of mug 4. Hey guys, I want to be as transparent as possible, and I also want to make sure that I am giving you options.